For thousands of years, the galaxy believed it already had rulers. Great empires controlled star systems, trade routes, and wars. At the center of everything sat the Galactic Council. They decided who lived, who ruled, and who was forgotten. Humanity was forgotten. To the Council, Earth was small. One planet, one species, slow ships, old weapons. Humans were labeled developing and irrelevant. No one feared them. No one watched them. In the council chamber, alien leaders spoke with pride. They talked about power, fleets, and control. They laughed at the idea that any new force could rise. The galaxy, they said, was already decided. Then a signal appeared. It was detected at the edge of human space. Not a message, not a warning, just a shadow on long-range sensors. Massive, silent, moving. The council dismissed it. Probably a drifting object. Maybe a broken ship. Certainly not a threat. But then another report arrived. A patrol fleet sent to investigate stopped responding. No distress call. No explosion. Just silence. The room grew quieter. Sensors tried again. What they saw made no sense. Something was there, huge beyond known designs. Its energy output was calm, controlled, and terrifying. Still, the council refused to worry. They had ruled for too long to feel fear. They told themselves the truth they liked best. The galaxy belongs to us. Far away, near Earth, the object continued forward. It did not hide. It did not rush. It moved with purpose. Inside the shadows of space, a human warship advanced. Its hull was dark. Its systems were awake. Its orders were simple. Observe, confirm, and if needed, end the illusion. The galaxy still believed it ruled power. It had no idea that belief was about to shatter. The Galactic Council did not panic. Not yet. They had lost fleets before. Ships could fail. Signals could break. Silence did not always mean danger. Still, they decided to act. A task force was sent toward human space. Not an army. Just enough ships to remind Earth who ruled the stars. The commanders were confident. Humans, they believed, would surrender the moment they saw power. But Earth did not respond. No messages. No threats. No fear. As the alien fleet crossed the boundary of human territory, their sensors reacted again. The same massive object was still there. Closer now. Clearer. It was a single ship. That confused them. No escorts. No formation. Just one vessel, larger than anything in their records. Its surface was smooth and dark, like space itself. No visible weapons. No glowing shields. The alien commanders laughed. One ship. Humans are desperate, they said. Then the ship moved. It did not jump to hyperspace. It did not accelerate in known ways. Space around it bent slightly, as if reality was adjusting to its presence. Alien scanners failed. Weapons could not lock. Targeting systems returned errors. Fear began to spread. The human warship sent a short transmission. Simple. Calm. No anger. This is Terran defense vessel. Nothing more. The alien fleet opened fire. Energy beams crossed space, but vanished. They did not hit shields. They did not hit armor. They simply stopped. The human ship did not return fire. It drifted forward, untouched. Commanders shouted orders. Formations broke. Confidence collapsed. For the first time in centuries, the galaxy's rulers felt something new. Not confusion. Not anger. Fear. Because the humans were not reacting like prey. They were not reacting at all. And that meant only one thing. This was not a battle. It was a test. And the galaxy was failing it. The alien commanders ordered a full retreat. Pride vanished. Survival took its place. Engines roared as ships tried to turn away. But space did not behave as it should. The human warship moved again. Not fast. Not slow. Just inevitable. It crossed the distance between fleets in seconds, without visible thrust. Alien scientists screamed as their instruments failed. Distance, mass, and speed no longer followed rules they understood. Then the human ship fired. There was no flash. No explosion. No sound. One moment, an alien battleship existed. The next, it didn't. Not destroyed. Not broken. Erased. Its energy signature collapsed into nothing, as if it had never been there. Fear turned into panic. The alien fleet fired everything they had. Plasma. Missiles. Graviton beams. Nothing worked. The human warship absorbed it all without damage. Its hull remained perfect. Silent. Watching. Then it fired again. This time, the shot spread. A single pulse passed through the entire fleet. Ships lost power instantly. Weapons shut down. Shields failed. Thousands of vessels drifted, helpless. The Galactic Council watched live feeds in horror. Their greatest navy neutralized in seconds. No struggle. No chance. A new transmission arrived from the human ship. "You are safe," it said. For now. The message chilled every listener. This was not humanity fighting at full strength. This was control, precision, restraint. The Council finally understood the truth they had ignored for centuries. Humans did not rush into war. They prepared for it. While the galaxy argued, ruled, and grew arrogant, Earth had learned a harder lesson. Never reveal your strength until the moment it ends the fight. As the disabled alien fleet drifted in silence, one thought spread across every system. If one human ship could do this, what else was waiting in the dark? Across thousands of worlds, leaders watched the same recordings again and again. One human ship, one fleet stopped. No damage, no effort. It broke everything they believed. Emergency councils formed. Old enemies sat together in silence. No one argued anymore. They all asked the same question. How long has Earth been hiding this? Deep in human space, the warship remained still. It did not chase. It did not threaten. Its mission was already complete. Inside the ship, human officers observed calmly. This was not a victory. It was a confirmation. Humanity had learned long ago that the galaxy was dangerous. Not because of monsters, but because of pride. When humans first looked to the stars, they did not see friends. They saw risk. They saw history repeating itself. Empires rising, then burning. So Earth prepared. For centuries, humans fought their own wars. They learned loss. They learned restraint. They learned that survival belongs to those who plan quietly. Shipyards were hidden. Technology was tested in silence. Weapons were built not for conquest, but for certainty. The warship the galaxy saw was not new. It was old by human standards. A guardian design, built to end battles before they became wars. The Galactic Council finally sent a message. It was no longer proud. It was careful. "We did not know," they said. Earth answered at last. "You did not ask." The reply spread fear faster than any weapon. Because it meant one thing. Humanity never wanted the galaxy's throne. They never needed approval. They only wanted to be left alone. And now the galaxy understood the cost of misunderstanding that silence. The warship powered down its weapons. But its presence remained. A reminder. Humanity was not rising. It had already risen. The galaxy had simply failed to notice. Until it was too late. Fear spread faster than any signal. Worlds that once mocked Earth now shut down their borders. Fleets were recalled. Weapons were lowered. No one wanted to be next. The Galactic Council met again. This time, there was no laughter. No pride. Only quiet voices and shaking hands. They sent a message to Earth. It was not a command. It was not a threat. It was a request. "We seek dialogue," the Council said. "We wish to avoid conflict." For a long moment, there was no reply. The silence hurt more than any weapon. Across the galaxy, people waited. Traders stopped. Armies stood still. Entire civilizations held their breath. Then Earth answered. The message was short, clear, cold. "You attacked first." The Council tried to explain. They spoke of mistakes, of fear, of misunderstanding. Humanity listened, then spoke again. "For centuries, you ruled by force," the human voice said. "You ignored smaller worlds. You laughed at weakness. You called it order." The words cut deep. "We prepared," the voice continued. "Not to rule you, not to destroy you, but to survive you." The Council finally understood the truth. This was not a negotiation between equals. This was mercy being offered. They asked what Earth wanted. The answer was simple. Respect our space. Do not test us again. Behind the message, sensors detected movement. Not one ship. Hundreds. Human warships began to wake across hidden systems. Not advancing. Not threatening. Waiting. The Council accepted the terms immediately. Because they knew now. Humanity did not need to conquer the galaxy. Fear had already done that for them. And the galaxy would never forget. The day it begged Earth for peace. The galaxy changed after that day. No announcements were made. No victory was declared. Humanity did not celebrate. They did not need to. Trade routes slowly reopened, but with caution. Borders were redrawn around human space, wide and untouched. No fleet crossed those lines again. The Galactic Council still existed, but it was no longer confident. Every decision now carried fear. Every vote included one silent question. What would Earth think? On many worlds, old rulers were removed. Empires that once crushed weaker species began to negotiate instead. Power no longer came from size or weapons. It came from restraint. The human warship eventually turned away from the frontier. Its mission was finished. The illusion had been broken. Back on Earth, life continued as normal. Cities moved. People worked. Children looked up at the stars, unaware of how close war had come. Human leaders said little about what happened. They did not need stories or statues. The galaxy already remembered. Deep in space, hidden shipyards went quiet again. Fleets returned to sleep. Humanity did not expand outward. They waited, because they understood something the galaxy had forgotten. True power does not shout. It does not rush. It does not need to prove itself twice. Far across the stars, alien historians rewrote their records. They removed the word rulers. They replaced it with something more honest. Survivors. The galaxy had believed it ruled power. It had believed strength was loud and cruel. Humanity taught it a final lesson. The most dangerous force is the one that stays silent until the moment reality breaks. And from that day on, the stars were quieter because everyone knew Earth was watching.